Well, guys, Mama said there was going to be days like this. This is Eric with the Miller Park Man, where we're throwing strikes and getting likes, hitting dingers, getting listeners. Back again with another episode. Let's talk some Brew Crew, guys. Let's talk about this. I'm not throwing in the towel. I'm just setting it down. We'll pick it back up. Don't worry. This is the Miller Park Man. We throw strikes, we get likes, we hit dingers, we get listeners, we talk Brew Crew, we talk positive. This is the only daily show that talks Brewers on a positive note. You're not going to hear the negative stats. You're not going to hear me harp on the negatives. I will talk about the negatives, good, bad, downright ugly. We talk about it every day, but we aren't spending our time in the trenches digging up stats that just trounce our team. It almost, some of these podcasts, and this is going to be, we're going to rant before I even get into really anything today. Some of these podcasts just spend so much time beating up how bad the Milwaukee Brewers ball club actually is, that it's no wonder people talk the way they do on Facebook, Twitter. When all you hear is negative, all you think about is the negative, the bad. And people may call me foolish and blind and stupid and you don't know baseball. That's my favorite. You don't know baseball. When you say something positive, you don't know baseball. No. We refuse to stare into the ditch and drive into it. We decide to turn our asses out of it. And that's what this is about. And that's what this podcast brings to you every day. We are on Apple, Spotify, Google, Amazon, iHeartRadio, Pocket Cast, Radio Public, and Rumble. And we do live shows every Saturday, 4 o'clock. If the game's not on yet, it'll be a pre-show. If it's over, then it'll be a post-show. This is the Miller Park Minute, guys. Here we are. Let's talk about this game now that I got a little bit of that off my chest. I might get a little bit more, but let's talk about tonight's game. A 12-2 loss to the Astros. Defending world champions, the Houston Astros. Second place in the AL West. They are still one of the best teams out there. If you look at the power rankings, which I talked about, and if you listen to anything about any other baseball team, you're going to know that the Astros are still a solid squad. And you can just see that in the way that they play ball. 15 hits, 12 runs, 1 error. The big calamity today was Corbin Burns just kept giving up home runs. I mean, it was home run after home run after home run. He wasn't giving up hits in the beginning. He was giving up home runs. He gave up 4 in total. Brewers gave up 5 on the day. Not a good day at the ballpark. He gave up 7 hits, 5 runs, 5 earned runs, 2 walks, and he struck out 5. Terrible outing from Corbin Burns. Is Corbin Burns washed? No. Is he not trying? Does he want to be traded? No. That's not it at all. He's having a rough go. We talk about this every Corbin Burns start. Good, bad, and ugly. And that was the ugly of, he's 4-4 on the season. Let's hope that he gets those losses out of the way now and early. But it didn't go good for the rest of the pen either. I mean, Perguo, 2 hits, 4 runs. Milner, 2 hits, 1 run. And he gave up the long ball. He was the other one to give up the long ball. It was just ugly all the way across the board. McGill gave up 3 hits, 2 runs. Just ugly across the board. The only guy that didn't really do anything bad was Mike Brasso. Getting that ERA down. Mike Brasso. So, of course, the good today was Rowdy Tellez. He hit a home run, everybody. Thank you, Rowdy. Rowdy is rocking the team lead for home runs. Top performers of today's game? Yes, they were all Astros. Alvarez, Julks, and former Brewer Martin Maldonado. All of which had homers. 2 for Alvarez, 1 for Julks, and 1 for Maldonado. It was just a drubbing, guys. It was a drubbing. Seems like a Monday theme. We just get beat up on Mondays from now on. Last week it was Freddie Peralta. This week it's Corbin Burns. We still maintain our first place in the NL Central. Gone are the days where the Astros were like the bottom barrel team in the NL Central and they made us look better. Now that they're in the AL, they've just been amazing. And it's I mean, it is what it is. You can call them cheaters. You can say whatever you want, but I mean, they never took a World Series away from them. They really didn't get punished in my eyes all that much at all. So it is what it is. Not a lot of hits across the board from anybody, really. Winker, nothing. Adames, nothing. Brasso, nothing. Tellez had 2 for 3 today. Ruff went 1 for 1. Contreras 1 for 4. Anderson 0 for. You know, and this is the thing. When it beats, it beats. You know, we were in a streak there where we hadn't lost a game where we hit a home run. Well, we hit a home run today. We lost. But that was, I mean, that streak was broken weeks ago. So this isn't fresh. Is this team still good? I've heard a lot of people saying, well, the Mirage is coming undone. No, we're injured. We are freaking injured. Okay. Do we need to do this again? Are we going to do this again? Yes, we are, because apparently people forget. Brandon Woodruff, Wade Miley, Eric Lauer, Adrian Hauser, Luis Urias, Garrett Mitchell, Tyrone Taylor was hurt. Sal Frelick is hurt and could potentially be an option here in the near future, but we've lost Wilson, we've lost Bush, we've got all these guys that have been lost. So for where we are, where we stand, we just need to get healthy. I would rather lose them all in the beginning than go into the playoffs with nobody. I mean, that's the bottom line, right? That is the bottom line here. We want to go into the playoffs with a healthy team. Take all your injuries in the first half, get healthy, get better, especially with the way our division is shaking out and how close we are. I mean, look, the Cardinals are making a comeback in the standings right now. We could just as easily make a couple-game comeback and be right back in this thing. It's not over till it's over. And I will be the glass half full podcast. I guarantee you turn on Locked On today. You turn on anybody with the exception of maybe if you listen to Dom's stuff on 620, everybody else is tearing this team apart and saying what a mirage they are, and they're listing every single statistic that says the Milwaukee Brewers are a bad ball club. I refuse to believe that. And you know who else refuses to believe that? Matt Arnold, GM of the Milwaukee Brewers. He says we are playing to be a World Series contender. He said the quiet part out loud. I don't think in all of the time of my fandom that they said they wanted to, like, so vehemently said they wanted to win the World Series. And I like that Matt Arnold says it. I like them putting that out. It takes moves and actions to believe that they want to do this, but we've got a lot of time left this season. A lot. A couple days ago, I said we were 120 games away. Well, since that point, we are now 25 and 22, so that would be 47 games into a 162 game season. Quarter of the way through. I didn't hear the fat lady yet. Did you guys hear the fat lady? No offense if that's offensive. I don't know. It's been a reference forever. Sorry if you're offended by that, but the season isn't over. This game is not over. over. The series isn't even over. We got 2 more games. Let's see how those turn out before we jump off ships and dive our fandoms into oblivion. I'm just so sick and tired. I mean, I can't even, like, half the time I can't even listen to Locked On or any of these news guys that think they're talking baseball. You know, that's not what Milwaukee, Wisconsin needs. And that's where I offered something a little different. The Milwaukee Brewers podcasts that are out there are surely negative, and everyone who speaks is surely negative. It's a shame that they do that, and they allow it to happen. Even the Brewers official podcast, Brewers Unfiltered, can't speak in a positive light. Like, it's just negative after negative after negative, statistic after statistic. It's like, what are we doing here, guys? Let's just bring out the highlights. Let's speak positively. I mean, I know I go through the good, the bad, and the downright ugly. Obviously, we talk about this every day, the good and the bad and the downright ugly. Well, today, the downright ugly was the runs allowed and Corbin Burns and 3 home runs, 5 home runs in total, and just an ugly thing to give up those home runs. But at the end of the day, let's look at silver linings. We're still in first place. We still got 2 more games against the Astros. Let's take the next 2, guys. Let's take the next 2. We got Colin Ray, who has had some good starts, albeit he's been falling off. Doesn't have a W under his belt, but he's had some good starts. And then, of course, we've got Hauser. So let's keep the faith, keep positive, guys. I'm not ready to throw in the towel yet as much as I'm throwing the towel on the ground. I'm just frustrated. I'm mad. I'm more mad at the fans that are just giving up and calling this such an abysmal season. Yeah, they're playing bad right now. But the great part about this game that we love is there is so much of it. There's weeks upon weeks. Don't quit on them. Don't quit yet. If we get past the All-Star break and they're atrocity and they're still so freaking injured, yeah, throw in the towel then. But I ain't throwing in the towel until it's over, until I know there's no chance for a wild card, no chance for a playoff spot. That's how I operate. I stay in for 162. You should too. Guys, that's been it for the Miller Park Minute. I'm done. This was a short episode today. I appreciate each and every one of you who like and subscribe and listen to my show every day. I just want to give this dose of positivity, even if I do it in a rambling, ranting manner. This daily dose of positivity is what all of us fans need. If I could extend this show, if I could have more people to add to this, I would gladly take it. But sometimes it's hard to get guests because it's hard to get people who want to speak about the Milwaukee Brewers and who give a good positive outlook. And that's really what I'm aiming to do. So, as always, guys, go Brewers. We'll get them tomorrow. We'll see you in the next one. Thanks, and have a good night.
Thank you for watching the Miller Park Minute. Go Brewers.